Good morning, good morning, good morning. Day 2 of cold shower, very nice. It's I have some allergy reactions to this new place that I'm in that can lead to like depression and all kinds of. Now I do my cold shower, so I'm feeling a lot better. And I do that cold shower, and then I just open all the windows, open the doors where the cold air is blowing in when I'm like having a good migraine. I got my desk set up. I'm gonna hang that picture soon over here.
We have filled out some more applications. Been interviewing for 2 different substitute teaching positions, but I'm thinking that the second one is gonna work because some of the paperwork for the first one, I thought everything was all good. But then they said you have to wear a sleeve, and I'll have to ask them if this is actually the case or if this is just what's on their paperwork, but they said you have to cover up all tattoos at all times. And we live in Texas, so I'm not sure I'm going to be wanting to wear long johns. Filling out paperwork, I've had to type out manually, no copy and paste, because the way that they do the bars, all of my references, all of my past job experiences, all of my social security information and personal information and name and date and living history and all of this information probably takes like a half hour to write out the whole thing, including all the information about your job. So many times, like they have me put it in the first application, then they have me put it on the application on the website, and then they send me paperwork afterwards with it for every single job. So that's like an hour and a half already on each job, most of which don't even call me back. It takes about 2 weeks, no matter how diligent you're being, from my experience, to get a job started. And then it's going to take another maybe 2 weeks to get a paycheck to come through. I believe it should be standard that an employer gives an employee 2 weeks notice. And there's just not as much you can do with that. But anyway, that's my thought on that.
So for the smart point, for the link, whenever I turn
Road with the trailer so I can get through, but yeah, it's a really beautiful like nature location. I hope I do get to get a job at one of these schools, because they're like nature schools, and that would be really cool. I'm gonna do online work for Shakti Moves dance company, and and finish up some onboarding paperwork for just like a general substitute teaching. It's pretty out here, look. Well, I ran off the road, scraped at the bottom of my car more. This man is trying to help me. Pulling it up now. And another red light. It's like 5 minutes away, but there's all these red lights, and so it is testing. We are gonna run out of gas on the highway. I made it. Obviously, hindsight 2020. The interview wasn't even the correct place. Currently an after school job lined up. They're gonna try to interview me next week sometime, but if I don't have the gas for it yet and I'm already working at these other jobs, I think I'm gonna need to save the gas that I have to make it to those jobs that I already have. Jesus Christ.
So I wasn't able to go and do the work. I'm gonna try to sit down in a second and do some work, but meanwhile, I set up my apartment the best I can with the stuff that I have. And I think it looks pretty cozy. I don't have a lot of furniture right now, but I made this into a cozy corner, desk, plants, and kitchen. My friend Angel's coming over to help me get set up, and he's going to bring a table and a mat of some type because we're gonna do a vision boarding party. Because today, well, a couple days ago was my birthday, and so I'm celebrating today with friends, and we're just gonna do super chill stuff and do vision boarding. I'm feeling a little bit sick because this apartment makes me a little bit sick, and also, so being stranded here and not being able to focus that well on work has got me a little wonky. I think I'm gonna open this door to get some airflow going and sit down at the little desk that I've set up now and work on a little bit of work before party time and drink some vitamin C. It's just like pressure. I need to get some music going in a minute. I have several hours, so I'm going to try to focus to do Shakti moves. The other thing I was doing this morning was trying to figure out financial stuff because I need to both pay bills and everything. And even though I got a new job, two new jobs, and I have 3 jobs currently, work starts when the semester starts on all these jobs, so on Tuesday. And so then I probably won't get a check until, some of them pay the day of, which is nice, but I won't get that much money until later. So trying to figure out how to pay bills and get a new car, which I'm about to have to do, and pay for my school tuition, which is a little bit behind. Even with the financial help that I've gotten from people, which has been amazing, I put out this GoFundMe, and I guess maybe I'll link it here, although I assume that it's gonna be over by the time this video goes out. You know, it's probably only gonna raise about like at most $500, and I'm gonna need to use the money soon, so I can't really wait for it to build up more than that before I pull it out. But right now we're only at about 250, and I'm thinking I can at least use that to help on my down payment on the car. It's funny to me because I don't know if most people are running around with this kind of complex teeter-totter situation going on, but this has not been me until this year. Like up until this year, I was really afraid of debt. I really just kept everything on the level, and I really kept up with stuff. And then moving and car stuff and school has made everything really, I'm glad I'm doing it because it's like the big adventure that, like, honestly I was always told I could never do. My family's not helping me financially, and I always thought I could never go to school, so the fact that I'm trying and doing it anyway is a big deal. But still, it's definitely interesting. Something to note, my love. You get overwhelmed and you don't have an answer. It's when you've been cracked open. Woo! It's when you've been cracked open, generally by safety, setting, a medicine, a deep, delicious medicine. Happens, you become hypersensitive to your environment, and it's delicious, and it makes you cry, and it makes you big, and it makes you messy, and you can be that way, and you don't have to explain it to anyone. My love, did anyone ever tell you your eyes are beautiful, and that you don't have to be less? So strong, and you are so inspiring. I think that you inspire everyone around you with this mystical allure. I think everyone wants to think that you just don't see the fruits of that because of the world that we live in, where people have to be going, and masking and pretending that they aren't in love with you and they don't want to touch you, don't want to. I think everyone is so curious about your inner world. They love your gentle spirit. I think it's time for you to step into your own, by which I mean step back, care for yourself in moments of trigger and intensity. I want you to care for yourself. I don't want you to think about what others are saying or doing or needing. In moments of unrest, I want you to care for yourself.